Hey everyone, it's Reason here.
And Vice.
Yep, and Vice, to bring you a little message before our meeting. I would like to remind you that these are our personal opinions and as such will differ from yours. We do not claim any expertise.
Except me.
Except Vice. We are simply expressing our ideas and feelings as fellow fans and readers. Furthermore, we would love to see you point out your own ideas and feelings below.
Do we really?
Well, I certainly do. So long as you keep it, and I cannot stress this enough, civil in the comment section.
Or else I get a hold of you, and we don't want that.
We really don't want that. I can't keep paying bail, guys. Now, without further delay, please enjoy the following episode of the AniVid Fanfiction Book Club.
Let's get going.
Everyone, I'm Reason, and I'm that $200 handbag that you found at Goodwill for $3.99.
Hi guys, I'm Vice, and that handbag that you found, it has bug beds in it, and dust mite. That's Goodwill. I love the Goodwill.
I don't know what Goodwills you've been going to, but my Goodwills are great.
I love Goodwill. I bought my chair from Goodwill. You just don't want to trust all Goodwill. I've seen the bad ones.
We've all seen bad ones.
I've seen the bad ones.
Well, and welcome back to our newest episode of the AniVid Fanfiction Book Club. Today, we will be discussing over the beautifully insane four-letter word. It is a American Horror Story fanfiction.
It looked like it was 40 parts, but that was a lot of author's notes and bleh.
Well, alright, Vice, get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Just say your beef again with author's notes. I know you want to.
Again, I read it whenever it's done. So whenever I go into it and read it, whenever you give me author's notes, you're killing me inside. And I already lost my soul. I don't need my organs dying. You can live without a soul for, I want to say 20 years? 20 years.
That's what seems to be happening with you, Vice?
I've lived, well, I'm older than 20. So, we don't have to worry about me dying. You're not lucky enough to have me die yet, Reason.
I love the way you say lucky in that. You know, you make me sound so wonderful. Well, everyone, let's just hop right into it real quick. A quick recap. I was thinking that it was going to be a story that was probably based around some kind of romance, because I could only think of a four-letter word that would be love. But Vice pointed out there is no romance tag, so that made me get scared, and I was going crazy, trying to think what there could other be a four-letter crazy word, and there was like Tate came up, and there was other things that came up, but in the end, it looks like I was right, and it was a romance story. But what?
You good.
I'm good. Well, the thing is that it wasn't what I was expecting, though. It seemed to be, if I'm not mistaken, it was an OC, right?
Yeah, OC.
There were two OCs in it. Well, I don't know if they were OCs or crossover, because when so basically it follows new people had moved into the house. It was a girl named Lily and her mother. And her father wasn't in the picture because, if I'm not mistaken, he died of... It was either a car accident or cancer. Do you remember which one it was?
Did it really get into it? I can't remember it getting into it.
It didn't get into it very much, but there was a deep-seated depression that you could see that was written throughout the story of. That was one of the reasons that she was so sad and so lonely. But so she gets in the house and just crap goes crazy right off the bat. Everything starts going like real quick to shit. But one of my critiques already. Fair warning, the author did tell us that this is an older story of theirs and they had gotten a lot better, and I do believe it. I do believe that they had gotten better, because of the fact that I'm sure they were able to see that where their mistakes lied and all that. But one of the things that was hard for me at first was the way that it was structured, in that it was something was said and then it was this person said, like Lily said, it was like blah 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 Lily said, or blah 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 Tate said, and it was just like that same cycle over and over and over. Like it was
the back and forth of, oh, he said, she said, and not even replacing said with a different word.
Yeah. That was, and also there was like the lack of commas after this or that. It's like they had like when it didn't come to dialogue, they were pretty good. They were pretty, especially considering they were probably, I'm guessing the author was pretty young at this point, because they were pretty convinced, it's like, oh, I'm sorry if it's bad. And I'm not going to say it was bad. It definitely showed potential. And clearly it's an extremely popular story with 500,000 views, which is incredible, which,
give yourself the credit, author.
Yeah, really. And basically, I think that they could probably see that their struggles lied mostly in dialogue, of making it less rigid. But out of dialogue, it was pretty solid. I would definitely say that their ability to write scenes outside of dialogue was great. Their descriptions were pretty solid. They put a lot of care into making sure that there would be, well, basically there was a new character that was added. His name was
Isaac.
Isaac. Yes, it was Isaac. There was Isaac and Lily. These were the two new characters, and it seemed to me that this Isaac guy apparently was from Teen Wolf, a show I've never seen. Have you seen anything about it?
No.
Basically, I just saw a bunch of comments. Like, when they first introduced the guy's name, there was just like a wave of comments of like, oh, Teen Wolf, Teen Wolf. I'm like, what is happening?
What is this? We don't watch this.
But I'm going to assume that it might be loosely based off of the Michael J. Fox movie. But there were no werewolves that transformed, so that if you're thinking, oh, they did a crossover and there's werewolves in this story, no, it didn't happen. It seemed like, I'm not sure, because the author's name is Emily, because she puts at the bottom of the author's notes she would like sign off as her name, but then you have the character in Lily, but I don't know if it's a self-insert with a slight change, which, if I make quick, and I would like Vice to jump in also, self-insert fanfiction can be a tricky situation. I think that a lot of people, when they first start out, will do this. Will do self-insert because they know their own head best and they want to be with the said characters. But unfortunately, sometimes what we see, luckily we didn't see this too much in this story, but we do see it in a lot of other stories.
That's it. That is if it is.
That is if. Again, this is hypothetically speaking, but it's a point that it's just something I feel like I should cover.
If it's a self-insert, I'm quite concerned about this author.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. But it does make, okay, now that I think about it, now that you bring that up, it actually does make sense that it probably wasn't a self-insert, because the fact that they actually do bring up a warning about, like, this is going to happen in this chapter, so be warned. So they probably, so now that I think about it, it's not a self-insert. But, so I'll just have to wait and see until we find another self-insert, and then we'll get to hear the rest of what I have to say about self-insert stories.
Yeah.
Because I know that Vice is only going to make it funny, or is only find it funny that people are going to be like, wait, what does he have to say about it? And I'm going to be like, oh, well, I can't tell you guys.
Well, the thing is, I kind of know I know what you were going to say about self-inserts, because I think we had this discussion before, not on or not on recording or anything like that, but I believe we
at one point or another, it probably has come up.
Yeah.
But, so back to the story. So everything goes crazy, everything goes wild, and Lily is just like,
I think
the author wrote it so that way she was scared and panicked, but the way it was written didn't didn't translate that as much. Sometimes when I was reading it, she felt like it didn't
translate to us.
No, definitely not to us. I know some people were able to get it. I unfortunately did not. I think, okay, I will say that the further I got in the story and the more custom I got to the author style, I was able to pick up on when and how this person would probably react, which is character building and familiarizing someone with a character. But at first it seemed like Lily and Isaac were just like the two chillest people ever in this whole situation.
In the goddamn world.
No, seriously, it's like, oh yeah, that's a ghost. Oh, this house is haunted. Oh, look, you're covered in blood. Cool.
Like there was actually a part where like you could tell Isaac was uncomfortable in the thing, but like after a while it's just gone. It's just like, damn, Isaac, you
stone cold.
You were just fast.
But he so what we see, let's see. Yeah, that happened after that.
Like it all goes to hell like whenever it gets into Halloween.
Yeah, it does go all to hell, but it gets even worse. Well, okay, not even worse, but one of the characters that I completely forgot existed, apparently. Like, not in this story, but I'm talking about in the American Horror Story universe, is Hayden. I don't quite remember her, but apparently she was...
Let's see, she was the girl that, like, basically ruined the relationship of Vivian and Ben? Violet's mother and father.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't quite remember. I just know that in this story, she's a conniving, evil bitch.
She's kind of like it in the actual.
So the the author was able to stick to canon quite well, it seems.
I was reading it and I was like, why can't you let things be?
No, seriously, she could not let things be. Well, for spoiler alert, which you haven't read, I'm going to tell you you're bad for skipping ahead, is that Hayden basically is like, hey, here's this method to end your life. Do it. And I'm like, is she serious? Is this bitch for real?
Well, the thing is that she attacks one of them.
Yeah, she attacked... Does she attack? I thought she just pushed things... Huh?
She killed.
She killed? Who'd she kill? Did she kill? I thought that was someone else that killed Isaac.
No, she
I know he got stabbed.
She stabbed Isaac.
Oh well, fucking bitch. Well, through the course of the story, what happens?
I finished this story I want to say 2 days ago, so
it's fresh. I finished mine pretty fast, but
it's fresh. It's fresh in my mind.
Thank goodness for that. I know that
because I saw of all of what I saw, only 29 chapters. Okay, I can have this done in 2 days if I'm not busy. 1.
Precisely. I know that. But what? Okay, so I should probably backtrack again. The author pushed a ship that was Lily and Isaac. At first, this guy's nice and he's kind to her, and they're working on a project together, which happens to be on the murder house because magical coincidences.
Well, the thing is that Isaac was the one that brought it up, and that's how they that's how she found out. She's like, oh, I didn't know I was in a fucking murder house.
That's one of those things you don't That's one of the things you don't tell your kid when you're moving into that house. Oh yeah, we came to a house that was known for its murder.
One thing that did help me a bit with actually reading this story, because I think I read 1 chapter and then I got way busy and it's just shit, I can't remember what happened or anything like that. So what I did was actually go back and watch season 1 of American Horror Story. So it's basic, because this is after it. And the thing is that Violet knew someone was killed in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they bought it, and I believe Lily did not know.
Yeah, because she was surprised to know that she's living in the murder house.
Yeah, because whenever they got there, it's just Isaac's just dude,
I never know I could go in here.
And it's just Isaac, you're the one who wanted to do the project on the murder house in the first place. Don't be a pansy. Get your ass in the house.
Get your ass in the house.
That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Lily didn't say that.
No, but that is what Vice here would say.
Oh, there's ghosts in my house? Okay, let's challenge them. I must show dominance in my own house.
And that just makes her 100 times more scary.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Now, what was I getting at? But so yes, okay. So it seemed that what? Okay, so let's see. I know that Violet. Okay, so what you're saying is that Hayden killed Isaac, and then I'm saying that Hayden also pushed Lily to end her own life. Fucking bitch.
And no one stopped her. Like, not even Isaac, who was a ghost at this point.
No, he didn't. And it's like the reason that she wanted this was she was trying in her own head to help Lily. Not Lily, Violet, and I'm just like, but what do you gain out of this? What are you really doing? And the thing is that later on you find out people are like, why are you so crazy? She's like, I'm bored. And I'm like, this fucking bitch.
Fucking the thing of boredom. It's a dangerous thing. It is quite a dangerous thing.
As I've discovered with you.
With your mind.
I don't even want to imagine what you do
as
like
things
as a ghost.
rotate in your mind, you just think different things. Like, I wonder what bleach tastes like.
We're not talking about that.
Your mind is a very dangerous thing. Never listen to your own mind when you're alone.
Vice, I don't think you're ever alone.
Right reason, never listen to your own mind when you're alone.
I listen to my mind plenty because I have a conscience running around in there to keep me safe. Which apparently Violet seems to lack.
You're what that is.
What was that?
Everyone in this goddamn story seems to lack a freaking conscience.
Yeah, a little bit. People are pretty sadistic and
like again going back to like the thing with like Isaac is just like you died by someone killing you. Like you died by someone killing you. Why would you let your friend kill herself and be stuck here? Like everyone knew the moment you die in this house, you get stuck there.
Until you're actually stabbing a little boy. Then everyone seems to forget that you're not supposed to kill in that house. Yes, what was his name? Michael? Yes, Michael. He makes an appearance towards the end of the story, but we will get to that later. I want to talk about my favorite thing in this story, which was the drama.
God damn.
Vice doesn't like drama. I do. But obviously not in my own life, but reading it.
You like watching and reading it. What's that one show that you like that I refused to let you watch whenever I was around you?
Pretty Little Liars.
I hate gossip. I hate stupid things. And gossip is just stupid. Gossip drama is just stupid. Why bring it into your life? Like, I don't even like it in my real life. Whenever my parents fight with each other, I put in my headphones and ignore everything.
You're just like, no thank you, not today.
No, thank you. You're stupid. I'm out.
I loved reading it so much because of the fact that we get to see a very interesting. It's not really quite a love square. It's not quite a love triangle. It's like a love it's a love polygon. I'll say that much with lots of lines going all around.
It's a love fuck you.
So basically, it's originally a love triangle between Tate. And he can't pick between Lily or Violet. And then we have Lily, who likes Tate, but has underlying feelings for Isaac.
But the thing is that she really didn't realize that until Tate or what's her face fucked everything up. It's just like, oh no, you still like Violet. You still like Violet. The only reason you like Lily is because she's so much like Violet.
That pissed me off so much. It's like he's literally telling you 100 times over, no, I'm not. And then it's like, I think that Hayden has a lot to do with this because of the fact that she's like, because one thing that happens is that Tate is forced to pick between the two, and he makes his stone decision to say, I pick you over her. The first time he picks Lily over Violet. And then Hayden starts poking around and starts saying like, hey, I need some help down in the basement. And that's where he gets Tate and Violet together, where they talk a little bit, and then he opens up his heart, and then he kisses her at the same time that Lily comes around to see that they're kissing, and then she runs off crying, and she's hurt and devastated by this. And then, of course, that's when Isaac is like, hey, I'm here to help you. I'll be your friend. We're in this together kind of thing. And then, well,
the thing about it is that, like, all throughout this, Isaac has been a friend. Like, nothing but a friend to her. Like, a best friend to her. And, you know, like, sometimes with best friends, they kind of go, you question. It's just like, you sure you're not dating or anything like that? And then to a point, it does flip to where it becomes, like, a romantic thing. But all I could say is, fuck. Why? God.
Because it makes for a good read. I love me some drama.
You could tell the difference within us. Like, I don't like the drama. He loves the drama.
I mean, seriously, the way I'm just sitting here talking, and it just feels like I'm back in high school spreading lies. I mean, spreading the truth.
Hey, I'm a puppet master. me and my friend are puppet masters. Like, I'll tell you a story.
On our other podcast, which is known as Openly Opinionated. We'll leave the links down below. Make sure to check that out because we don't have very many views and I'd like to have more. Please, thank you, goodbye. Self-insert over.
If you like how I complain, you can listen to me complain over at Openly Opinionated.
Shameless self-promotion for the win.
And selfish promotion, check off.
Now, back to the relevance of the story and me going back to the drama. No, I have to, I know that a lot of people despise love triangles because of reasons. I don't know. I don't know why on earth you'd hate them. I think they can cause hilarity to ensue. I mean, it's not funny for them in the moment, but it's kind of funny for me to watch as an outside observer. Like, my favorite thing basically is like, yo, have some open dialogue. That'll fix everything. But no, it's, and then of course when you have a fourth party, basically when you have a Hayden who likes to pull strings and make things her own way, that just makes it 100 times better. But of course, I think Vice completely disagrees.
Again. I get the manipulative thing. I do it myself. I get the manipulative thing. But the thing is, it's just like, no means no. I know you're not forcing yourself upon him, but no means no.
What do you mean no means? Well, I mean, okay, I know what no means no, but tell me in the relevant context of the story.
Well, the thing is that Tate, he just keeps saying, no, I like her. No, I like, you know, he's just like, I don't.
That's true,
like
and she keeps questioning it to where it gets in his own head.
It's a good strategy. It's a good strategy to do, but it gets to a point where it's just like, you've lost, like, that.
They do say that she's lost too, don't they? It's over, that it's done for her, like she can't do anymore. Yet she still tries. Heaven knows she tries.
Hell no, she tries. There's no heaven.
She is, what's it called? So let's see, there's that, basically, as, I should also mention something that's very important, to this, is after Lily, commits suicide, her mother is considering leaving the house, because, you know, she can't be there to see, you know, where her daughter died. And that's when people start walking in and like, oh, let me buy the house and like that kind of stuff. It's like there's potential buyers, but no one's really that interested. And then what's her name? Constance, right?
Probably like Constantine or something like that.
Yeah,
like...
Constance and the son Michael, which is, you know, Tate's kid or whatnot. The Antichrist decides to be like, oh, maybe we'll buy the house. And it's everybody's like, oh, hell no.
No.
Nobody wants this because that little kid is like the devil. He's
the one thing I do like about it is that like he would go around like, you know, looking at different things, and then he would just look at them and smirk at them.
And no one else would see them, but he could see. Little shit.
Yeah, he can see them and like they're all freaking out because they can. Like he can see them. They're all just oh shit.
But
We've been spotted. Book it.
Run, fucking run! To save themselves for self preservation, they actually Lily ends up revealing herself to her mother. Ends up revealing herself to her mother, and it's like, you have to stay. You can't do this. I can't. I know
it's tough, but you got to stay.
And she's like, well, now that you're here in my life, I guess I can accept this. I can stay here. I'm talking to my dead daughter's ghost, and I guess I can try to live a normal life after this. Yeah. But of course, it never works out this way because Constance wants the house, and Constance is gonna try to get the house, and Michael wants the house, and what Michael wants, Michael's gonna quote unquote get, because he goes in and
Michael is spoiled.
He tries to kill Lily's mom. Doesn't work out so well. The first time, they're like, hold him down, and they're like ready to knock him out or something like that. And Constance is like, what are you doing? What are you doing to my baby? And it's like, your baby's a monster. And he's like, he's not a monster. And that same chapter, like the chapter right after, like right directly after, fucking Michael stabs Constance. Dead bitch. And I'm just like, everybody, no, yeah, somebody said, I think it was Tate, is like, that kid's gonna be the death of you, or that kid is gonna kill you. And she's like, oh, he'd never hurt his mother. Well, I mean,
but the thing is, you're not his mom.
I was gonna say, well, technically, you're not his mom, so, you're fair game, and you dead. You dead, bitch. I love reading the comments about how everybody was like, yeah, she's dead.
Nobody really likes her. That's the thing.
But people seem to forget that with her being dead, now he has free reign of things. He can go around as much as he wants.
Free reign of everything.
And boy, did he do it. They decided to think it was some reason okay to what's it called? To kill So they thought, no, what did they think? Actually, no. I think they think that thinking wasn't even part of the equation here. I was gonna say that
they're just like, we have to kill him.
Well, the thing is that they say they agree that okay, we have to kill him because he's the Antichrist. Yet, what happens is that Michael tries to attack Lily's mom, and basically Tate ends up stabbing his kid. If I'm not, it was Tate that kills the kid. And then you realize, oh, oops. They find him in the basement. He's like crying, and everybody was like, I love reading the comments at the end of that chapter because everybody was like split on whether or not he had changed or not. Personally, I was like, nah, this kid, he's I was thinking that he was going oh wait. There was something else. They actually didn't they hire a medium or some kind of like spiritual psychic?
Yeah, it was the same medium from the show. It was the same medium from the show that you meet earlier.
Yeah,
she comes back.
Yeah, she came back, and she was gonna. Was this before or after his death?
After.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Basically, what they wanted was that they wanted to free the house and all that stuff. And then shit started getting weird out of nowhere. Like, basically, one of the weird things that we see is that they end up starting to feel pain, and they feel warm, and they feel, like, physical things. Like, honestly, okay, say if I couldn't feel pain after, like, for a long time, and then I could suddenly start feeling things, I would, like, punch my leg or pinch my arm. My first instinct would not to be to grab a knife and cut my hand, Tate. You see, there's a little thing called stitches that you'll have to end up getting. And in the U.S., where this is taking place, you probably don't have medical insurance because you're dead. Well, not anymore, apparently.
Because Antichrist, baby.
Yeah, the Antichrist kid was like, basically, he had like a complete turnaround. I think part of it was that I actually had my own theory about what made him turn so quickly, like back to goodness. Is that if I may, real quick, is that when he was human, he was essentially imperfect because of the fact that he was he had the flesh, the body of flesh kind of thing. If I am going to get a little Christian doctrine and all that kind of stuff on this right now.
He's part human.
He's basically he has his human form, and so he's more susceptible to corruption. But when he was killed, only what was left was his soul, which was a more a more pure version of him. I'm not saying pure as in like clean, but like it was more of a distilled essence of him, and he had basically reconnected to the grander energy of the house and all like of what it was. So when he reconnected to the grander energy scheme, the grander energy grid, if you would, he basically was able to connect to all the spirits and all their suffering, and was like more awakened to the fact that it's like, oh my god, this is the reality. I don't want to live in this, so I'm going to set everything free because I have the power to do so. But let's let these ones have their chance. He basically selected, it was Isaac, Lily, Tate, and Violet to become human again. Everyone else was set free and put to rest. Basically.
I had a theory about that too.
Ooh, let's hear it.
So my theory is kind of close to yours, but a little bit different. With yes, whenever he was human, he was susceptible because humans are imperfect. Mm-hmm. And the thing is look at who he grew up with. Mm. He grew up with someone who killed multiple people. So Constance wasn't the best influence in the first place to a child Antichrist who can, sense evil in people. So growing up with her was not the best idea, but whenever he died in the house, which he was also reconnected with his true mother, the person who birthed him, mm-hmm. who really didn't have, she hasn't killed anyone. She wanted to take care of her family. She's had, so much suffering. And, being connected with his real mother, plus all of the stuff that she's done, plus again with the house and all of the people who have suffered in the house and stuff like that, where, yeah, he's just like, okay. Unless he was just trying to fuck around with people.
Which, I mean, having something happen, what was it, like 5 years later down the line, that's a pretty long joke. But, we wouldn't put it past the Antichrist.
I wouldn't. I would do it.
Ha ha! You've had a happy life, and now you're 80 years old. Now I've come to destroy everything you hold dear. Take me. Crap, I waited too long.
Fuck, she died already. Damn it.
That's what I get for going on that vacation to Cancun.
But yeah, so that was my theory, because, Constance isn't the best to grow up with. Look at what happened to, she had 4 kids.
Did she? I don't remember. I just know she was a crazy bitch.
I think you really hear from 3, but she says she has 4. Because again, I rewatched the series. Mm-hmm. To where she had the disfigured son. She couldn't handle it, so she had her husband go kill him. Ugh. Then she had Tate, who, do I really need to say anything on that?
No, you don't have to say anything.
And then she had, I can't remember her name, but she had Down, she couldn't handle the fact that her child had Down syndrome. Mm-hmm. And, it's hard to take care of children with disabilities and stuff like that. Some people can't handle it. The thing is that she didn't kill her. She got hit by a car. Mm-hmm. Which is quite sad, because just oh,
she didn't deserve this.
Yeah, she, again, even Constance killed her husband and the maid who was technically being raped by her husband.
Not a good influence. Definitely not a good influence.
Not a good influence, especially for an Antichrist. And probably Michael could probably tell us, just oh yeah, no, you kidnapped me.
You're not my real mom. Let's not pretend here, woman.
Let's not pretend. But she did. But one thing that you did see is that he did cry for his mom because he was scared and other stuff like that. And so Vivian just took in, even though she is your real mom, she just swooped up and basically took care of this baby. Because it's just like, one thing, you're my real kid, and two, you're crying for mommy. I'm right here. Let's take care of you.
Right. So after that whole scene had happened, it like fast forwarded. What was it, like 5 years? I want to say. I want to say it was like 5 years. 4?
4.
I thought the kid was 4.
No, Michael was 5.
No, I'm talking about the kid at the end of the story. I think it was Tate's daughter.
I remember it saying 4 years. Like,
well, either way, as a huge spoiler, there's a fast forward, and it is Lily and no, not Lily, yeah, Lily, Lily and Isaac are together, and Tate and Violet are together. But they like went their separate ways, and they actually come across each other in a grocery
Walmart.
store.
It was Walmart.
Oh my god! And they come across together. They come across each other in a Walmart apparently, and and Tate has a little girl with him, and it's like, oh, she has a daughter, and if I'm not mistaken, Lily was actually pregnant at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a whole happy ending. And it was like wrapped up, and it was like left open ended. And I know that it was a pretty satisfying ending to a story that it took a bit of work for me to get into, but it wasn't bad. By no means it was bad. Okay. I think that
the drama started, he was like fully into it.
I think objectively speaking, it would be an excellent first draft of a story, and considering that this author was probably quite young, and they said that their skill has gotten better, and undeniably anyone's skill gets better, and I could even see it throughout them writing the story and having like legitimate motivation for people like, oh yeah, you can do it. You could see that their writing style actually got increasingly better just chapter by chapter. So I could imagine in 2 years' time they had significantly gotten better. So there's no, I'm not going to beat a dead horse on that one. One thing I am disappointed in though is that they did talk about making a sequel, but then they took them down because they lost motivation. And I was like, no, I was actually wanting to read that because I wanted to see their growth as an author. Unfortunately, they don't seem to have anything else on their profile, so they probably have a Tumblr or a Fanfiction, something outside of Wattpad that they write on. Mm-hmm. That's a personal curiosity. I want to see where they've gone and where they've gotten to. Because I'm sure that they've gotten significantly better. So obviously I'm not here to pick and nitpick. Again, it's one of those things where it's not like they wrote it like 2 days ago and then it's like, here, critique this as my most recent work. So
yeah.
Let's see. That was basically it. That's my tidbit.
Yeah, there's really nothing really else to be said about it. It's good for what they've done.
There's no shame. Again, how bad could it have honestly been if it got 500,000 views on the story?
Yeah. I enjoyed it for what it was. Except the drama. I dislike drama so much. But yeah, so I think with that,
we will move on to our next story,
which I know for a fact reason is it's not that it's going to be a bad story or anything, but I know.
Allow me to just take this moment. Huge disclaimer to the author. All right, you seemed quite excited to not necessarily quite excited, but you seemed like you were excited a bit to have this happen. I don't want to hurt your feelings in the coming review. Vice had personally picked this story because I feel some kind of way about Kylo Ren, and
he thinks Kylo Ren is a little whiny bitch.
More than that, he's just a bad villain with a shaky background. I have issues with the whole Force Awakens movie. I know that a lot of people saw a lot in them, and I know that some people have written stuff like to build on them, to make them better. So I'm hoping that this author is like, I'm gonna delve behind the curtains, and maybe they had problems with Kylo Ren too, and they wanted to fix it. I don't know. This is a blind reading at the moment. Cold. We're about to go on this little thing. I just
like we don't even know. Like, I'm reading the summary right now just to give it to you guys. I have not read the summary before. We go by the pictures we see, by the titles we see.
A little bit of the summary, but like we don't actually read anything like of the story. So I'm just author. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
If anything, he's gonna be me next. He's gonna be me next episode.
We'll just hope for the best. All right, I'm just gonna read the summary and read some more information.
Okay.
It's been a long time, he said. It has. I replied with a raise of my chin, trying to contain the fear, love, hate, disdain, worry, and every other emotion coursing through my body. I suppose you wonder what happened to me. My answer was simple. No, the Ben I knew is dead. You're something else. He laughed deeply. You're right. I'm Kylo Ren. Oh.
Just that noise at the end is priceless. I just want to know what your face looks like.
Do you remember that time I ate a lemon?
No.
Oh, I guess you weren't there. I bit into a lemon, and that's the face I'm making right now. Again, it's not bad to you. It's not a ding against you. It's Kylo Ren, and I may be extra hard on you because you wrote about Kylo Ren, and I don't mean to, but sorry.
Oh, damn it!
What?
Motherfucker!
What?
It's a Kylo Ren X reader. Fuck!
Yes! We're not in this. Yes!
Damn it!
Oh. Now tell us, why? What's the problem with it being X-Reader, Vice?
I hate when people tell me what to do. X-Reader is basically someone telling me my own feelings. Damn it, I screwed myself over.
Oh, speaking of the tags. Completed. Adam Driver, BB-8. Ben Organa, Ben Solo. Episode 7, episode VII, General Alera, Han Solo, Kylo Ren, X-Reader, Loki.
I looked at some of the pictures, and you get to see Loki in them. In one of them.
Poe Dameron, Princess Leia, Ren, Star Wars, The Force Awakens, The Force Awakens. Oy, the Force is. I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me.
In the little bastard.
I'll be fine. I'll be good.
If anything, I think they might get 2 Vices next episode.
I don't want to be mean. I really don't. This is not to crap on you as an author. It's mostly to crap on Kylo Ren.
It's the character. It's not the author. It's the character.
I'll be nice. I'll try my absolute best to be nice. Although there's a possibility that we're gonna. All right. You know what? Okay. Here's my hope. That. I don't know. I don't know what my hopes are. I don't know. I don't know. The Force Awakens hurt me. Rogue One didn't hurt me, but The Force Awakens hurt me. So I don't know what to do anymore, guys.
You've been destroyed. Anyway, they didn't really give any much information other than, oh yeah, Ben died. Yeah.
Oh, I think
So
I know exactly what's
they
going to
didn't really
happen.
give
Is that
any information.
we're probably going to end up being we're probably going to read through the eyes of a character who knew Ben growing up, and so it's like when they find them again, there's someone different. That's the only assumption I can make from this summary. Oh,
Yeah, that's the only way that I can too. So
again, disclaimer: you're probably gonna be
it's
the
not you.
best. It's probably gonna be one of the.
Not you.
You're gonna probably easily be a great author. Use all the proper grammar, the wonderful wording, everything. But it's not you. I promise, it's not you.
It's Kylo Ren.
It's Kylo Ren. And with that, we sign off.
See you at the next week's meeting or next
2-week meeting.
Next 2 weeks meeting.
Bye, everyone.